Guys, this is Bounce from Headball 2 again. I am today going to show you how I use my superpowers. I want to play two quick games, so please do bear with me. I'm going to actually switch some powers. Now, I want to reiterate that when you play, there are two cards, in my opinion, and you might not share this, that are the most important. You will see jump 9, you have 9, 5, or 2. For jump 9502, and size 9502. Shooting inventory, I don't really mind shooting, and speed I don't really think matters in the game. Um, Whenever you open skill slots, I mean I have all 6 of them open. I would strongly suggest that you use jump and size. It does make a difference. You can see here that some characters are smaller than others, and that's just the way the game goes. So you really want to add in a skill slot size and jump, like I said. So these are the powers that I use. Freeze, which I always use hand in hand. Freeze, always hand in hand with double goal. I use the bomb, I use the giant player, and I use the firepower. And I always keep this. I got 6 seconds left. This enables me, if I have a tight match and there's 6 seconds left or 7 seconds left, right when it hits 6, I actually click that, and it pretty much guarantees me a win in 99% of the time. I have in my career only conceded 2 goals that came on top of the goal. I think it's a glitch. But anyways, let's get cracking here. And I'm using Panda because I get infinite tickets and energy. So I want to play 2 games, right? I'm not going to use any double points, although I could. So let's just do a double points here. Right? So here we go. I'm going to actually show you how I use my powers. And I want to try to narrate, talk, and play at the same time. So I might actually miss a couple of things, hopefully not. But there are some pointers that I shall give you, and it's important to have the skill slots, jump and size. You'll see why. So I talked about defense in another video, but the first power that will come against me is probably going to be a bomb or freeze. Right here, yep. So I expected that. Now probably nothing, giant player. So I draw my opponent in, and boom. And this is where the skill slot comes in. You jump higher. This would be a freeze here normally. You see, I'm right here. Oh, Lord. I'm trying to get the ball up. There you go. So I go forward. I draw my opponent in. Boom, because I have the skill slot, jump, and size. Now it's a freeze. No, it's a goal. You take the ball back. And again, unfortunately, I would concede here. Oh, yeah. That's where the skill slots come in. Freeze, I jumped, and I'm avoiding the goal here.
Stay safe.
My alarm. There you go. So I'm going to make him use all his superpowers and then use mine. Again, I stayed my half. He comes in. I'm going to draw him in. This is a good strategy. Draw him in. Boom, in. So now it's probably going to be fireball. No, times 2. Again, skill slot. I stayed my half. And I conceded. That's all right. So I'm going to use firepower. So I do the same. Well, I can't because he got small goal. So here I'm going to use firepower. I'm going to draw him in eventually. So I already do my power. I draw him in, and boom, I jump. And now right after a goal, you want to use the bomb. Unfortunately, I got double power here. I should have used it with the freeze, but that's all right. I got 2 freeze balls. So that's all right. I usually would have used it with freeze balls, so now I shoot. I want to keep the freeze for the end, and I'll show you how I actually use my giant. So I'd use it here. I draw him in again. And now I'm probably going to use the freeze right here. And I missed it. And I got 6 seconds left, and this is perfect to demonstrate you. Boom, I got my double goalie, and I secured the win. It was very hard to actually speak and play. So that's about 80% of what I would have done. Really what I would have done on the firepower is actually draw him in. Similar like what I do. I don't know why I pressed times 2, to be honest with you. Times 2 goal, double goal, I would have actually used it with freeze. So it's already 5 minutes, so I'm just going to leave it at that. That's how I use my superpowers. It's not bulletproof. Sometimes I do mess up, but as you can see from my stats, I ain't too bad against bots. And those are the powers that I like to use, just to go over some of them. Small goal is dangerous because when you play against bots, you actually have to put the small goal and stay close to it. The problem you have is that the bot's going to jump over you and oftentimes will score above the goal. The freeze goal, in my opinion, is totally useless because if they've got strong level 6 or 5 characters, they will break your goal. Disorient can be an advantage if you know how to play with it. Basically, you want to click it when your opponent's going backwards, not forward. The freeze ball actually is probably better also with about, 7-8 seconds left, where your ball is actually hanging over your goal. But then again, if the bot is strong, he can jump over and score above the goal. I think that this is totally useless. Invisible ball, invisibility as well. This is another one that I hate. Power breaker. I mean, there are 90 seconds in the game. The bot's going to use his powers anyways. The big ball is probably a good bet if you want to end up in defense. I never use extra time, never have the use for it. Clone ball, I don't know, because when you click it, the bot just jumps all over the place. And again, if you play high level bots, they are going to hit something. One of my favorite too is the large goal, and I do tend to switch between the fire ball and the large goal. So these are usually the powers that I would use. And that's pretty much it. Mirror, I don't really use. And again, in a match, I don't typically use my superpowers. I only use them really if I am at least 2 goals behind the bot with about 40 seconds left. But I don't panic. Usually I start panicking when there's 10 seconds left. And you will see that I have added a skill slot with 2 freeze powers. So that's usually what I do. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, my strategy is not the go-to strategy, in case you're wondering. This is how I do it. Everyone has different preferences regarding powers, but this is for me. So this was Pounce from Headball 2. And if you have liked the video, please do click like. And I do post videos quite often on the game, so I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. Bless you all, and have a lovely day or night.